So we got a situation. Right? And check this out. It's a father and a son who tried to cover up a deadly crash. Like, just to make matters worse, they tried to cover it up. Why? I guess we're about to find out. Let's get to it.
He was on the right-hand side of the road because I almost threw my car in drive because he was swerving. He was coming at my car, and I thought he was going to crash into me. But he went right behind me. I heard, because he hit his brakes after, I'm assuming he made impact.
You were under arrest for filing a false report, providing a false statement in the investigation.
Friday, August 9th, 2024, Palm Bay, Florida. Police received a call reporting a serious accident at the intersection of Capador Street Northwest and Nadell Street Northwest. According to witnesses, the victim appeared to be critically injured, and there were fears that he may have died at the scene. Officers needed to respond immediately to assess the situation and provide proper assistance. But what exactly had happened, and what were they walking into? As officers prepared to investigate the scene, they had no idea what they were about to uncover.
Where's the vehicle at?
The vehicle took off towards Circle K. It was a black Hyundai Sonata.
Okay. Yeah, signal 7 THI. Black Hyundai 4-door westbound on Malabar.
If they blacking out the victim way over here, he must have been on like either a bike or something like that. Cause unless somebody drug him out the vehicle, but he must have been on a bike or something.
Black Hyundai 4-door westbound on Malabar after striking the pedestrian.
Just a black car. A black car.
Did anyone get a tag?
No, he got out of the car. He parked right behind me. He got out of the car. He said, "Are you okay?" And then he got in his car and took off.
Did he hit? Was it the front? Was it the front fender?
He was coming this way, front fender, and he was traveling that way.
That car right there.
No, that's a Kia.
You're sure it was a?
It was a Hyundai
Hyundai?
Sonata. Yep.
Okay,
It was a
Sonata.
black Hyundai Sonata.
Was he riding a bicycle?
A scooter.
A scooter heading this way. Heading this way. In the car.
All right, can I get people?
Dang, a scooter. That's just like, I mean, it ain't no better because you both ain't got no protection, but is that his shoes in the road? Like it hit him and knocked him out of his shoes, probably?
People on the other side of the road. This is a crime scene.
Yeah, we're good. We're out. We good to go? We didn't see it happen.
Just hang tight. I gotta get people away from here. Turn around. This is a crime scene. Need you to go that way. Yeah, I got a witness saying confirmed it was a black Hyundai Sonata. It's likely going to have a headlight out because I have a piece of a headlight right here.
Upon arriving at the scene, witnesses reported seeing the suspect flee after striking the victim. The officer quickly noticed the man lying lifeless on the sidewalk and began securing the area. Visible evidence of the impact was scattered all across the street, and a witness had actually seen the moment of the crash unfold. Now it was a matter of connecting witness statements, public surveillance footage, and investigative work to identify the suspect behind the apparent hit-and-run homicide. But would police be able to find the person responsible?
They're pulling up, but it's an obvious signal 7.
You guys are standing in a crime scene. Did you guys... All right, you guys are standing in a crime scene right now.
Where do you want us to go?
Okay, did you guys witness this?
I came by and that dude stopped me. That guy that was you were just talking to, he just stopped me and asked if I seen the car, so we pulled out, make sure everyone was okay. I didn't like witness
Yeah,
it.
we can send them. If I could get them at Natal, come in from the north, shut down Natal. I'll get the 286. Are you coming around to stop? We just shut down at Massini. Any traffic through?
Stop.
All right. If you guys didn't see anything, I need you guys out of the area.
All right, cool.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We can't go out past you guys. My house
No.
is on the street.
Stay in the grass if you could.
Okay.
Have crime scene. Crime scene. This is a life felony crime scene. Obvious class 4. Yeah, I am. He was struck at a high speed, clearly. Yeah, that's the leg. Yeah, I'm 48.
That's the leg? Bro, you hit him so hard, That's the leg? Oh my gosh, bro. Prayers said, that's the leg he just said. like several feet away from, or yards probably away from the body.
Are you staying there, or you want us to put it
Yeah,
in
leave
bed?
it. Yeah, leave it. Yeah. Or shut it down.
That's crazy. What do you guys do?
It's a hit and run with, Nate, 285. I need you a little bit back. No farther, don't go any farther forward. If you don't have an assignment, let's start canvassing this area, please. Got a leg here, and then he's got his brain is completely out of his head. I don't know how much of his face is there, to be honest.
It don't even look like you should be traveling at that rate of speed on this road to where you could do all of that. Like, how do you... Bro, were they drinking? Like, fam, you knocked his brain out.
Working on THI. Oh, he was on a scooter.
Yeah, can you just get his 43? He needs to remain on scene for THI.
I got a suspect vehicle just pulled up at the leash.
He was in his vehicle.
Yeah.
Suspect vehicle is 10-12. 10-4. 10-4, that will be. Over here, can I get another? 212-260.
Yeah, we found the vehicle. Yeah. Down that way. Hey, did you see the suspect?
I know it was a man. He was very
I'm 1048. I'm talking to the victim now. Yeah, that's what I meant, Boots. I said victim.
Aftermarket rims.
I think we found him.
Okay.
If I bring you to the vehicle, can you identify the vehicle?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, I want to bring him to identify at least the vehicle.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and go.
After securing the crime scene, officers discussed details of the suspect's vehicle and examined possible scenarios to better understand what had happened and the severity of the victim's injuries. Only one person truly knew the full story, or so it seemed. Now authorities had to identify the vehicle, track it down, and locate the individual responsible, but it was clear this would not be an easy task.
I wonder if they found any cameras that caught this. Like, all these residential locations and homes here, like, nobody has a camera. I find that hard to believe. What year is it? This is 2024. This is August of 2024. So I'm pretty sure they could find video of this somewhere. Come on now.
Here, we're gonna get inside my car.
Candace, I don't know what else to do, but he just drove back up. We're going to do a show up for at least the vehicle.
Alright, you can come on out. You have your ID? So in summary, now that we can slow down, since we got the vehicle, I can actually slow down a little bit because I was more worried about getting descriptions out. What?
Or you guys found him, or he stopped?
He pulled back up.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I don't know why. Okay. Do you still live in Melbourne?
No, sir. I actually just moved.
Okay.
Right over here.
Yep, not a problem. Because of the severity of the incident, we don't move cars and all that. So since you parked it right after the crash, I'd rather leave it there.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I'll be primary or not on this as the investigator for it, but I know we notified additional traffic homicide investigators. Okay. So you witnessed from start to finish?
Start to finish.
All right, what did you see?
So I pulled up here, got on my phone on Facebook. I was killing a few minutes because my girlfriend was on her way home with my daughter.
Okay.
Looked back down. I saw the guy on I saw a shadow, and that's what prompted me to look up. And I'm like, oh, okay, someone on a scooter. And then not even 20 seconds later, probably where that cruiser is with his lights on, I heard a thump and a smash, and then I heard grinding noise. And the car pulled right behind me, and that's when I looked up, and the guy was on the sidewalk. I got out, I said, oh my God, and then I heard a lady screaming, call 911. I didn't see her, but I'm assuming she saw it too.
Okay.
He pulled off maybe right here, ran down, asked the guy, bro, are you okay, are you okay? He didn't say anything to me, and he got in his car, peeled out, and took off.
Give me 1 second. So you looked up when you heard the And that's when you heard a boom.
Yep. I jumped out of the car because he pulled right here. You can see where his tire tracks were.
Yeah. So he pulled off right where, almost near on park?
Yep. And then he got out, ran down, said, "Bro, are you okay?" He didn't touch him. He turned around, got in his car, and then he took off.
Well, at the time of the crash, did he look like he was going pretty fast?
He was in this lane.
So he was driving the wrong way?
He was driving in the wrong lane.
Okay.
I mean, the guy that was on the scooter was, I mean, he was probably 6 inches from
Hey,
my side
165.
mirror.
Just give me a sec. Am I allowed to be secondary investigator on this?
No,
No?
not tonight. You can do the DRE part.
Well, I gotta have a driver, technically. He didn't identify the driver.
Okay.
So I
No,
can't
we-
do a manslaughter on him if he's signal one.
Okay. No, I've already got Greg and Omar on the way.
Okay.
Sorry, brother.
Sorry.
You want a shadow? I can do that, but unfortunately at 15 tonight, I just
Oh, we're
can't
that
afford
short?
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, that I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I can't do that, but if you want to shadow it for as long as possible, then by all means.
Okay. I'm getting a statement right now from him. I mean, dude was flying.
Yeah.
And he was also wrong way.
Flying in wrong way. Wrong way. Like, bro, what was you drunk? What? Flying wrong way, hit somebody, goes over to him. Hey, are you okay? Notices that Brody ain't responding to him. And he's probably dead, hops in his car and books it. Then comes back. Even the cop was like, he came back. Probably started getting to him.
So I got his info and I swore him into the ID of the vehicle, and I'm about to swear him in for the rest of the statement.
He may admit it.
Well, here's the thing. If I'm not doing
No, but
THI
if Omar,
with him,
yeah, if Omar and Greg, I mean, there's nothing wrong with you Mirandizing and asking him a question. If you get the utterance or you get the statement, there's your charge.
I just don't want to step on their toes. So
Agreed.
So I'll finish with him. I told him leave vehicle there because it was at the scene of the crash until they say otherwise.
Be here for a minute.
I know. I told him. He's already letting work now.
Where does he live?
Well, he's going to work, but he's already notified work.
Where do you live?
I live right down here on Frederica.
Frederica.
If we get you a ride home,
Oh, my girlfriend's on the way home. That's who I was waiting on. I was
Okay.
just killing time. I pulled off to the side and was flipping through Facebook, and that's when I heard the smack.
okay.
She'll be home in probably 15 minutes, but I can even walk there. It's the
Right
next
around the
street
corner?
and then over. Yeah.
Okay. If worst come to worst, and then we'll get your phone number,
Mm-hmm.
and then once
Already
we're
done.
clearing and everything else is done, we can call you so you can come get your
Just,
car.
okay. Go back
Okay.
over. Okay.
Thanks, Matt.
So when you saw the crash, so you actually saw the crash happen, coming this way. He was wrong way at that time. Did you see before the crash that he was still wrong way?
No, the only thing I could imagine, so like I said, the guy on the scooter was, he was probably 6 inches from my side view mirror. He was hugging this side of the road. So,
Okay.
I mean, there's only reason to believe that he was driving on the road.
And you saw him before the crash, and the scooter rider before the crash, he was hugging the right side of the road.
Yep, he was on the right-hand side of the road because I almost threw my car in drive because he was swerving. He was coming at my car, and I thought he was going to crash into me. But he went right behind me. I heard, because he hit his brakes after, I'm assuming he made impact. And that's when he got out. He cursed a few times. We walked over, said, "Bro, are you okay?" I said, "Oh my God, he's not alive." And I was fumbling around trying to call 911. I flagged someone down. I said, "Listen, this guy just got hit. I'm on the phone with 911, and I just need someone to be here."
How fast do you think he was going?
More than 25, for sure.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
if
he's
you had to
probably
think
closer to 35, 40.
closer to 35 or 40.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was.
That has me like questioning in my mind, at what speed do you need to be going to do what he did to that person? Meaning separate the leg from the body and the brain from the skull. Like, how fast do you need to be going? You know what I mean? Like, this makes me want to bring back that show back in the day where they used to like Mythbusters and stuff like that, so they could do something and try to see what type of impact would it take.
He was already on the wrong side of the road. Okay. All right. Raise your right hand. Swear affirm everything you said up to this point is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
So help me God.
You understand under Florida State Statute 837 subsection 05, it is a crime in Florida under perjury to provide a false statement or report of a crime.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do me a favor, just hang tight. All right. Your girlfriend's coming.
She is, but she probably won't be able to get through here because we don't have a public interest.
Okay.
But
Well,
I can call me and I can walk home.
well, for right now, just hang out by my car because they're probably just going to take some photographs. I'm going to walk down this way and go from there.
A man at the scene had told an officer that he had witnessed the suspect driving the wrong direction just before striking the victim. He said the suspect got out of the car, checked on the victim, and quickly got back into the damaged vehicle before fleeing after realizing the victim was dead. The witness claimed the car was traveling around 35 miles per hour, but after reconstructing the accident and analyzing the extent of the damage, investigators estimated the vehicle had reached speeds of up to 95 miles per hour only moments before impact.
Yeah, I knew it had to be more than that 35 or 45 or whatever he was saying. He was being generous. You know what I mean? Or he really couldn't tell. But in order to do what he did to that person, he had to be going at a high rate of speed. Like, we've all seen accidents before and people get hit. Never nothing to that extent though that I've ever witnessed or heard about. You know what I mean? And he probably left if the person who hit him came back to the scene, it's probably because I at first I was thinking, well, maybe it started weighing on his conscience. Then I thought a little more, it's like maybe he went away to get his story straight and come back when he thinks he probably got a solid story.
Now it would be time to speak with the driver who had caused the fatal crash, and shockingly, the individual returned to the scene and appeared ready to turn himself in, or so he wanted officers to believe.
I got a suspect vehicle just pulled up, I believe. 10-4 Belvedere, can I get another? Just do me a favor, sit down right here. Do you have ID on you?
Did y'all see the front of that car? Not only was the car the windshield, did you see? The windshield? Bro, how did you even drive? How could you even see the drive off?
10-4, this is gonna be the vehicle. Are you involved? Hey, put up a cone. Very heavy damage. I don't know what else he's hit, but he just drove back to us. Go grab the rest of my cones. I haven't read him anything. I'm not.
There's a switch on the floor. If you open the door, right there on the floor.
Is that the turn off the car?
No, it's a speaker.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't
You want me to turn it off?
No, you're good. Just sit right there.
If it's for my cones, they're already being used. Does it say anything?
Nope, haven't read him anything. All I asked was you involved? Yes.
All right, I'll talk to him briefly.
Yep.
165 said I can Mirandize him and ask him some questions just to see if he'll talk to me. I'm gonna get him away from the vehicle real quick. Any indicator of signal one? What's his name? Hello, sir.
It looked like the grill is gone, the front bumper is gone, the front driver's side fender looked like it's smashed up, and it's probably scrubbing the tire. The windshield is broken all the hell. Like it's bad, bro. He definitely hit him at a high rate of speed, bro. Jeez.
What's his name? Hello, sir. Are you hurt? No? Okay. I'm gonna grab your wallet, just getting your ID, okay? You don't need an ambulance? Your money's just staying in my hands. I'm not removing it. Just trying to get your driver's license out, okay? You don't need an ambulance or anything? Real quick. Do you mind just coming over here so we're out of the road here? Appreciate you. You already ran him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. What's your name?
Darian.
Darian?
Darian
With an N?
Yeah.
So Narian.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not injured. Okay. I gotta read you something, okay? Just because of the situation doesn't mean you're going to jail. It's not like TV, okay? We got a lot of questions we got to get answered, all right? And I think right now you're probably the only one that can even remotely answer them for us, okay? Like I said, it's not like on TV, but you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney with you prior to, during, or after any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney and desire one, the court will appoint one for you. You may stop the questioning at any time by refusing to answer further or by requesting to consult with your attorney. You understand each of these rights I read to you? Okay. You willing to help answer some questions to help me figure out what's going on tonight?
I honestly, man, I blacked out. I didn't even know what happened.
Okay.
I just.
A lot to process. It's okay.
I freaked out. Like, you know, it's like my life flashed in front of me. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't make decisions like this. I don't know what happened. I know better, you know?
Right. You willing to just answer some questions? First of all, I want to make sure you're not hurt. I don't see any visible injuries. Just your heart's racing? Yeah, it's okay. You willing to answer just a couple questions? I'm not even the primary investigator on this. I just want to understand what happened. So, I'm okay? All right. Were you driving?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you see?
When I was just driving, it's like
Yeah, 10-4.
The person came out of nowhere and it just, like, everything happened so fast.
Okay. This is your car?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just kind of like your life flash before your eyes.
Yeah, it's like it just everything just like I don't even know where the person came from. It just happened so fast.
Did he have any lights on his scooter?
I didn't see any lights.
Okay. All right. Which way? What side of the road was he on when you saw him, man? If you need to sit down, man, you can sit down. I understand you got a lot to process.
An officer spoke with Narian Subdul, who returned to the scene driving the damaged vehicle involved in the crash. His statements would be inconsistent, lacking key details about what had happened, and officers considered the possibility he may have been in shock, but something about his behavior just didn't add up. He had asked if the victim was okay, which was an odd question, considering, according to the main witness, the driver had already checked the victim and fled knowing he was deceased. His behavior became increasingly suspicious, and his vague answers and inconsistent story raised red flags with investigators. Something was clearly off, and what had really happened.
You need an ambulance? Yeah. Here.
I mean, if they're not here, then
I can call. No, listen. Your health is my primary concern. Okay. Just have a seat on the ground, so I don't want you getting worried. Okay. I need to get on the radio. There we go. Driver of this vehicle is requesting EMS vitals check. His heart's racing. He's always advising. So, one of my specialties, and why I'm always on these types of crashes, is impaired driving. So I come out to every traffic crash that has serious injury, and I always ask anyone and everyone to perform some exercises, regardless of if I think they're impaired or not. Okay. So that's one of the specialties I do, so I can at least put in my report, even if I don't suspect impairment, I can say, hey, this is what I did. I do not believe the driver's impaired as a drug recognition expert. You willing to perform a couple exercises? Okay. How's this? We'll do that after the paramedics check you out. I called them back over here. It's worth a check since you mentioned it, okay? The last thing I want is something happening to you, because at the end of the day, your health is my concern despite the circumstance, okay? Do you have his ID still?
Yep.
I'm gonna take that.
Like, I can't believe he agreed to that. And he might not be under the influence of anything, might not have smoked nothing, might not have drank nothing. Who knows? You know what I mean? He could be in pain, you know? Because the airbag, the steering wheel airbag had deployed as well. So he could have hit his head. He could have done all that is what he going through right now, right? I'm just surprised that he agreed to do that with the field sobriety test. I'm surprised.
Just so I can fill out the appropriate paperwork. You still willing to go to the hospital, do that blood draw real quick? Alrighty. I'm gonna give you the ride there. If you at any point change your mind, that's fine. I'll bring you back here. I just can't take you home yet, just because of the crash situation, okay? You're not under arrest right now, okay? I want to make that very clear. It's solely on your consent, and I appreciate how cooperative you've been with me, all right? All right, we're gonna go ahead and walk to my car right here. Our policies.
Turn that off or I can't?
Right now, it's got to get some scans and photos, so that's what we're waiting on. So it's going to be here for a while.
Okay.
Our policy does dictate I have to pat search you for weapons and make sure there's nothing. So if you want to just lean up against the car real quick, and just put your hands on the car, turn around real quick. It's just our policy, believe it or not. People try to kill us almost every day now, it seems like. So, all right, good. All right, just have a seat butt first for me. Do you prefer the AC on cold, warm, or don't matter to you? All right, just because of the bumpiness of the road, I am gonna buckle you in, okay? So, just if you need anything, let me know. I'll have a couple more questions on our way there and when we're there, okay? Can one of you just open up the cone so I don't run them over? Thank you. I can't. I got bad hearing. What was that? I know, man.
My life's goal, mission in life is to preserve life.
Is to preserve and save lives. Well, we'll get you in the car. I'll bring you back there, and I'll see if you have any questions. Okay? Why'd you leave?
I just freaked out, man. It's like, you know?
Yeah.
It's like things finally started going, okay in life, and you know, it's like things been so bad for so long, and you know, things starting to look up, and it's like
You just freaked out. Your mind blacked out, pretty much.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm pretty, you know, I work in a stressful environment, and you know, I'm used to, and it's just like I don't know what happened, man.
Well, we'll get you back there, okay? If you need anything while we're on the way there, please let me know, okay? I can hear you. You're just gonna have to speak up because my right ear is the not so great ear, okay?
What the suspect continued to say did not match with the facts of the case, and from the moment he returned to the scene, his version of the events did not hold up. Nothing he said would...
I can't stop looking at that vehicle, bro. It's just, man. It's like he hit a deer or something like that, the way that car just banged up like that. Fam. It looked like the car of Street Fighter at the beginning of the round. Jeez.
Be convincing. And to uncover the truth, officers had to track the suspect's movements after the crash and confirm where he had been before returning to the scene. That led them to his residence, where they hoped to get more reliable statements. After officers began to doubt whether Narian was actually the driver, they had no solid proof, at least not yet.
I've got a Miranda card if you need one. Yeah, you're gonna need it? Yeah.
Wait, what? They possibly thinking that he took the rap? Only person you gonna do that would be for your child or maybe your spouse or something like that. But they thinking so that would be crazy. That would be crazy if that's the case.
Hi.
Hi.
Officer Moore, call me, please come talk to me.
Okay.
Is Tyler home?
Yes.
Can we talk to him?
Okay. Hold on a second.
Oh, we could have gotten the information from her as to who was home. I'll talk to her while you're talking to him. Just get some background information first so I can talk to her without... You get me itched again. Oh,
Where do you want me to talk to him at?
Out here, preferably.
All right.
The other side's English.
I'll do the Spanish.
No.
Probably not want to stand in the doorway.
Just ask him background information as if...
Name, date of birth.
About his dad.
How you doing, man? You Tyler?
Ma'am, are you Mom?
Yes.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Yes.
Preferably somewhere. Can we talk inside or?
Yeah, I want to stay wherever.
Okay, well, let's stay over here then, and that way I can get some information from you. So, we're here about the car that you and I believe it's your husband own. Are you guys married?
Yes.
Okay, what's his name?
Narian. Where is Narian?
He's with us.
Okay.
How do you spell his name again?
Narrian.
And what's your first name?
Andrea.
Andrea?
Mhm.
And what's your last name?
Sabdull. Sabdull.
D-U-L-L. Okay. And how old is Tyler?
17.
Okay. And how about the incident of happened tonight? Anything?
I'm trying to figure out, like, where's Narrian? I'm calling him. He's not answering. Nothing.
Okay, yeah, he's fine. There was a crash, and we're trying to determine how and when and where everything happened. Do you remember anything about any damage to the vehicle?
No.
Okay, and then the vehicle we're talking about is the orange, I think it is, Sonata? And it's owned by you and your husband.
Yes.
Who drives it normally?
Tyler.
Okay, and what about tonight? Who was driving it tonight?
Tyler. I think Narrian had it also.
Tyler had it when, and Narian took it.
I'm not sure. I got home from work.
What time? More or less.
What time is it now? I don't even know. 10:45.
They might be on to it. They might have got him there, fam. Dad is to which. That's a conversation we gotta have. Are y'all taking the rap for your kid? Are you taking that? Or better yet, pose the question: in what instance would you take the rap for your kid? Let me see y'all's response to that. Would you take the rap, or if not, then what situation would you stand in and take the rap for your kid? Because what's going, and I'm gonna pose this to you at the end, because the truth is probably gonna end up coming out, and when it comes out, both of y'all are gonna end up going. So are you saving the kid? Because he's still gonna end up going when the truth come out. You can't account for everything. Like I said, if look at their door. They got a Ring doorbell off to the side of their door, right? And if that Ring doorbell shows and they pull the footage or go get a warrant for the footage and it pulls and it shows that Tyler came home and then Dad left out and took the vehicle and drove back, they got you. Were you thinking quick enough to remove or delete that footage? And then I'm pretty sure they could probably, if you did, they could probably contact Ring and get the actual footage maybe. So again, I pose the question, are you standing in for your kid? Or is this a lesson he's going to have to learn if he did it?
It's like around 7-ish. Around 7-ish.
Okay, so it's around 7 p.m. Who had it?
I'm assuming Tyler had it at 7 p.m.
Okay, and where was he?
At work.
Where's he working?
He usually works at Jamrock.
Okay. What time did you see him or did you know about him after that first?
Not sure about the time.
Okay, how long after 7 p.m. do you imagine it was?
After.
Did you see him or did you talk to him or anything happen?
Not Tyler, no.
Okay, how about
Dang, y'all might get mom even wrapped up into this. This is the crazy part. Because if she lies, she can actually get caught up in this as well. And you could tell how she's answering that it seems like she's trying to debate whether or not she's going to lie. It's just her choppy responses make me think she's debating right now.
Your husband?
Yeah, Narrian, he was home from work. We had got home around the same time.
So he can't home at 7?
No, he was probably a little later than I was. I was here earlier. So maybe around 8-ish.
Okay. So 8 p.m. he arrived?
Yeah.
What car is he driving now?
His silver one.
Okay.
I'm assuming I didn't come out and look out the window. When he got home, I was already upstairs.
Okay. And so when your husband arrived home, Tyler was still at work, I assume, at that time?
Yeah.
And then...
Because usually he gets off around 8-ish.
Your husband?
No,
Oh, Tyler, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What time, what happened then? Your husband gets home around 8?
He got home.
Your husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
He went to change his clothes. I don't even know if he changed his clothes. It just happened so soon. And I don't recall anything else after that.
Okay. So, did your husband try calling either of your phones or anything that you're aware of?
I tried to call. I've been trying to call him.
When did you start calling him?
At least an hour now. An hour.
Okay, so around 10 o'clock you started
Probably more
calling
than
him?
that, probably like 9-ish.
Okay. And when did Tyler get home?
He usually gets home like 8:30.
No, when did he get home?
I didn't look at the clock, but he usually gets around 8:30.
Okay. And did you see him or did you hear him?
No, I didn't see when he got home.
I mean, did you hear him in the house or did you see him in the house?
No.
Is this somebody?
Yeah.
Who's this?
That's my mom.
Okay. All right. I don't mean to cause your family any more grief. We're still trying to find out.
I understand.
So, how were you aware if Tyler was home? What made you think, or when did you first see him home?
Like, what time? 8:30-ish? Like, usually he gets home around 8:30, so it probably was around 8:30 or so.
Okay. And anything going on at the time?
No, I was upstairs when he got home.
Okay. And anything? When did your husband leave then?
It had to be like right after, around the time that Tyler got home.
Was there anything going on between
Not
that
that
time?
I know of, no.
Okay. Did you have occasion to come outside any and
No.
have to do anything
when
with
I
the
get
car?
home, I'm upstairs, like
So
taking a
you're
shower
done.
and, like,
And what kind of work do you do?
Nursing.
Okay. Yeah, I was just about to say you seem like the type of person that. Hi, ma'am.
This is my mom. Grandmother here.
Hi, Grandma. I don't mean to interrupt you guys. And obviously the rain's about to come, so we're trying to get to the point where we have all the information. What did your husband leave for then?
I'm not sure. When I was upstairs, when I came down, he was gone. So I'm not sure what he left for. Or...
Okay. Was there anything of concern, any arguing or
Not
anything?
that I know. That's why I was calling him, because he didn't say anything. He just left.
After speaking with the suspect's wife, officers noticed that the timeline she provided for her husband did not align with the time of the accident, which had occurred at 8:35 p.m., and she stated he had been home at that time. Further details confirmed investigators' suspicions. When their son arrived home, Narian left shortly after without saying anything, apparently driving away in the same vehicle that his son had used to get there. These statements became key in the investigation, and gradually officers confirmed what they had begun to suspect, that Narian wasn't the suspect at all. He was covering for someone else.
Okay. Would there have been any reason for him to leave this late? Is there
No, I'm leaving.
anything you're aware?
Well, we didn't eat yet, so I
Okay.
don't know if he was going to go get food or not. But
Well, considering Tyler works at
Yeah.
Jamrocks, you'd think that'd be a perfect opportunity.
no, I did call Jamrock earlier.
And this is the
they didn't have-
Jamrock there at Palm Bay West
because that
Plaza.
was going to be dinner, but they didn't have what we wanted, so
Okay.
we decided not to do that. So we didn't even
Okay,
do dinner.
I
or
understand.
anything. Yeah.
Well, it's good to have the option, though, isn't
Yeah, right.
it? Is there anything else about tonight that you think was of concern or anything we need to know about? Because there was a crash involving that car, and we have every reason to believe that the car obviously was involved in something very serious. We're not talking something minor. This isn't a mailbox being taken out or anything. All right.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to the point where we understand. You don't mind if we keep talking to Tyler for a little bit?
Yeah.
Are you good? All right.
And what does the serious, like, what's going on? Like,
Somebody's dead.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And what we're trying, and here's the thing, is a lot of people assume always the worst of the worst. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to at least explain things in the most truthful light possible, because
she took that like way better than, you know what I mean, anybody. Because deep in your heart, you know, in your heart of hearts, you know that's your kid that could possibly now have been involved in a crash that caused a murder. You know what I mean? Whether it be your kid or your husband, if what you're saying is true, you don't know. You know your kid or whoever drove that car has been involved in a wreck that killed somebody. You took that very well. Very well. As a parent, as a husband, that would have been rough, because you know your life from this moment forward will never be the same.
when assumptions are made, that's when bad ideas and bad follow-ups, and that's not what we're about. We want to give the opportunity. We want to give the opportunity for somebody to explain how, or sometimes even more importantly, the why, because a lot of time that's lost in translation. We have every reason to believe that there is an explanation. We need that person to be forthcoming with us, and any bit that puts this closer to the truth is always a good thing. It's never a good thing to not have that truth, and namely because obviously with somebody dead we have family to explain, and I'd like to be able to explain to
Understood.
everybody else's family why and what.
Understood.
What's that? One thing we do have, ma'am, is we have a phone number that was called 911 from the scene of the crash.
Okay.
And that phone number belongs to Tyler.
Okay.
Any reason why that phone would have dialed 911 from the scene at the time of the crash? And I have to ask you, ma'am, because
No, I didn't call.
You're
If you called 911, let them know what happened. Let them know what happened. If you called 911, what happened? Because I wasn't there.
I didn't call. It went by itself because I was sitting on it, and then it called.
Okay, now you do understand the officer just read your son Miranda rights, and your son said he didn't want to talk to us.
No,
without a word.
I was talking to you, so I didn't hear what was going on.
I've read him Miranda rights. He's agreed. He's wished to have a lawyer present before we talk to him any further.
It's just when there's reason to believe that somebody was involved in criminal activity. It's just one of the constitutional things that we now have to do because of case law. So.
And what is Narian? Like, what is he doing? Like,
He's talking to the officers at the scene, but he brought the car back to us.
Okay.
But I have more reason to believe that he was not the driver of the car at the time of the crash.
Is he saying he was a driver?
He is.
Okay.
He is. But I have every reason to believe he's not because of the way the phone dialed from the scene. I'm very concerned. And we're going to be forensically looking at the car, and that means not only DNA, which he drives the car normally, but we're also going to be looking at the electronics of the car. It's going to be able to tell us whose phone was attached to it, where it was, when it left from where it was to where it's going to go. So, again, like I told you, I just wanted the truth. We want to give him the opportunity, but since he was given or preferred not to talk to us, I'm just going to give you my card and you take into consideration, because again, this is not something minor, this is something serious, and we don't want to miss an opportunity to paint this in the best light possible. We don't, oh, matter of fact, I'm going to rate my most direct number.
I ain't gonna lie, the cop is good. At the way he's phrasing things and putting it, he's pretty good. He got me wanting to tell the truth, and I wasn't even there. You know what I mean? Especially the way he keeps hitting the mom with it. This cop or investigator or whoever he's really good, because he got that mom on the ropes right now. And if it wasn't for the fact of him saying, the kid saying he wants to speak to a lawyer, that mom was about to make him tell the truth. You see, when she said you need to tell if you dialed, and the kid looked at her like, you really want me to tell the truth? And she looking at him, back at him, he was about to, but the cop stepped in and said he's already been Mirandaized, and he told us he wants to speak to a lawyer. But this cop is pretty good. You can tell the good ones.
We're not, nobody's saying anybody's a bad person in this whole thing. If mistakes were made, and in those mistakes, we can at least get to a truth that the family of the people who lost somebody can at least accept that this was not a malicious thing. This wasn't, because I hate to say it, again, like I told you, everybody always thinks the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario in our minds would be that this was intentional. And that would be, I don't think that's fair to assume that. I would prefer hearing it from the person who was involved as to what was going on. It could be everything from a distraction to something wrong. The outside, I mean, there's a lot of ways to explain how this happened. This is the truth, and two, that gives us enough understanding of, okay, this wasn't just a out of control, reckless, dangerous person who wanted to hurt other people and doesn't care and still doesn't care. We like to think that people that are brought right and have futures ahead of them would want to make things right instead of continuing on the wrong path. All right. So, is there any questions you have for us?
This is your direct number?
Well, that's the number to my desk. Okay. So, but if you want to get a hold of me in a pinch, so to speak, if there's a such thing, I'll give you the dispatch number, but understand they are going to first tell you that I'm off duty, but you would have to explain to them that I insisted that when you called, no matter what time, that I'll take the call. So they'll notify me that you've called. All right, so you're going to choose. So this is just a general number if you just have a general question. But if it's something pressing for time, that's number. So it's option 1, then option 0, put you to dispatch, and you're going to ask for me, Sergeant Bermudez, ID number 30. Okay? All right,
Thank
now?
you.
Any other questions?
That's it for now. You have any?
Despite the wife's statements pointing to Tyler Sabdul as the actual driver, the 17-year-old refused to speak without an attorney present. Officers emphasized the serious inconsistencies in Narian's story and the gravity of falsely taking the blame. This wasn't a minor offense, it was a homicide, and a young person had lost their life. Authorities urged Tyler to come forward and tell the truth. They were willing to acknowledge it was an accident, but if he remained silent, the legal consequences could be far more severe. What would the real driver decide, and what was he willing to face?
Both of them. Dad for trying to cover for his son. You know what I mean? Both of them got to go down. And I'm surprised if the mom, he probably would have he probably almost got the mom too, to be honest with you. But I figured this was going to have, both of them was going to get got.
Homicide. Report crash, driving on the wrong side of the roadway. You are under arrest for filing a false report and providing a false statement under investigation. Okay? So right now we're going to go back here into our booking area.
Let's make sure we don't have anything on us that needs to stay.
We can stay with mom or nothing?
No weapons, nothing like
Do you
that.
have your IDs with you at all?
He got money in his pocket.
Is there anything, do you want him to
So
take the money
jail's
or
just gonna
just
take
leave
the
it?
money. Do you want to leave the money with them? Or?
It's up to you. No problem.
And then let's be real, right? Let's be real, because a lot of people are going to say, you know what? I'd have did that for my son, no problems. You know what I mean? This would be my rebuttal to you, right? Do you have a job? No. I get it. I'm never telling a parent how to feel, what to stand in front of for their child. I'll take a bullet for mine, right? This is a different situation where we're talking about an arrest, right? Do you have a job? If so, what does that do to the rest of the family if you end up going to jail that causes you to lose your job? What if are you the breadwinner? Are you the breadwinner? How many people rely on what you bring home every day? So that's probably your son, your wife, if you got other kids. Like, it's so many different things you have to think about. Like, if you're removed out of the situation, does the empire fall? The empire meaning your family, your house, everything that comes with that. Like, there's so many things that, because when you're young, you that's my kid. I'll take the heat for him. I'll stand in front of him. Right? Then you learn that your kid will go back out there and do the same exact thing again. And then you realize, well, what did I go to jail for? If you ain't learned. Like, what message are you sending? Like, what's the right or wrong answer in this whole equation?
No, it's fine. If the jail's gonna take it, so it's better if you keep it. It's up to you guys. The county jail will take it in a money machine, so you're better taking it. All right, nothing else?
Any questions, folks that are leaving?
No, sir, no questions. Did you already stamp the time or?
According to reports, 17-year-old Tyler Sabdul had been driving at 94 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone when he struck a 23-year-old pedestrian. After the crash, he then fled the scene, and his father returned to the site, falsely claiming to police that he had been driving when the accident took place. Video evidence would confirm that the teenager was behind the wheel, and authorities charged the minor with leaving the scene of a crash involving death and vehicular homicide. Meanwhile, his father would be charged with providing false information to law enforcement. Depending on the circumstances of the case and the prior criminal history of those involved, both could face prison time or probation.